Willkommen zurück zu The Banner Saga 2. Die Pause war echt gut. Also ich habe wirklich eine Pause gemacht, also neue Aufnahmesession. Jetzt nicht, weil ich die so dringend gebraucht hätte, aber irgendwie muss ich schon sagen, ich fand es beeindruckend, wie es das letzte Mal gelaufen ist. Und das ist ja auch das, was diese Serie, ja, es soll ja 3 Teile werden, ausmacht, dass es die Leute durchaus mitnimmt. So, und jetzt haben wir mal Heroes, da wollte ich reingucken. Wir haben zumindest 3, die auf jeden Fall ähm, Schaden haben, die wirklich verletzt sind. Also Pause würde ich auf jeden Fall machen. Da ist das auch noch eine. Wir hatten einige Leute ja verloren. Ich meine, wenn ich mich recht erinnere, waren es ja 100 Kämpfer und ich glaube über 200 Clansmen. Und dann würde ich sagen, gucken wir uns erstmal um. Better let someone like me check out that place, Echo says, grabbing your arm. Searching for whatever's left in ruins on the side of a cliff could be dangerous. Though he joined you around Frost... Entschuldigung. Though he joined you around Frostweather, you've never been sure of his motivations. What do you mean by someone like you? I can handle it fine, but take some others with you. The throwaway type. Before you can say anything, he holds up and there'd be no red eyes around here if I went missing. That's a fun fact. I'll say the same for you, though. Hm. Ja, soll ein paar mitnehmen? Ja, soll ein paar mitnehmen. Afraid I find something of value around, he grinds. It might have crossed my mind. He calls to a few others nearby and they head off towards the collapsing structure. Later you hear a building collapsing and more dust rising. Ecke and the others return, but he's in a foul mood. Fan idiots. Hiding out like that. Could have killed us all and we got nothing to show for it. He storms past you. Damn do-gooders like you. Hä? Do-gooders? Was heißt denn do-gooders? I try acting that way, try saving them and almost die for it. Okay. Reden wir jetzt mit Ivor. I was done stokily by Ivan's pallet, watching the madness breathing. He took a lot out of him. Ach, das war die falsche Stimme. Naja, egal. Out of everyone. No doubt. A lot of families lost members out there. So why even follow me? I get people killed. I'm not doing this again. If you can't see the number of people out there still alive because of you, nothing I say will change it. With nothing to say, you look down at the resting man. The spell waving took a toll on him. Yeah. True. He looks as bad as me. Before Ivor can respond, Outlife abruptly entered the room. Good, you are here. It's the Ravens. They are trying to leave and some of our people want to go with them. Warum? We nearly went over waterfall in ships and lost a lot of people following some Valka across floating rocks. I'm not saying any of that is your fault, but people are scared. If they made up their minds to go, they'll leave whenever you are not looking. And the Ravens have been hoarding supplies this whole time and they are trying to take off with them. Na, das habe ich mir nämlich schon fast befürchtet. Juno and Hakon are trying to talk sense to Borvik, so it's desperate. As you make your way to the door, you turn to look at Ivor. But the other wall isn't going to help the situation. I'll stay here with Amanda.
stand down, or you'll be missing more than your horns.
Stand down, you son of a yacht!
I can't calm him. His fury. Here they are, just as I said. Hey, lass Hakon in Ruhe. Den brauche ich noch. Bulwark's lost his mind. Take him down. Normal caravan mural does not affect your heroes. Okay, das weiß ich. This unit is injured, causing a strength penalty. After the battle, rest in camp. Ja, das wollte ich ja eigentlich noch. Hätte ich es mal direkt getan. Was mich ein bisschen irritiert, ist, dass ich ja so gar nicht die Möglichkeit hatte einzuschreiten. This will get his attention. Aber ich will ihn ja eigentlich gar nicht umbringen. What have you done? It worked. Bulwark, hear me. The clansman chatter as Juno converses with a dazed Bulwark quietly. Hakon grabs your attention. Also ich muss ja sagen, diese Zwischensequenz, die gefällt mir gut. Sollten sie mehr von haben. Hoffen wir, da kommt noch ein bisschen was. Get ready for confusion conversation. Okay. He motions to Ursa, one of Prince Ludin's bodyguards, who is ripping her pitch-covered hand with a rag on her way out to you. Clever trick, witch. This time. You all are just too easy. Ja. No. Yasha smiles at you like you're a child who just spoke its first word. Na danke, hätte ich mir auch noch für dämlich. How do you think humans rooted these horned brutes in the Great Wars? Hakon's face loses all humor and Ursa laughed. If I can be of any help, Rook, just ask. She smiles and nods to you before returning to Prince Ludin's tent. Strange, said one. Stranger than Borwick being as tough as a damn Sunder? Hey, I should have mentioned he's a berserk, probably the last of his kind after Einatoft. The Viking laughs at your blank look. Berserks lose themselves in the fight. They are strong as cold beers and just as wild. Hard to say if they are friend or foe in a fight. So many magic as a chasm, and you two decide to kill each other? I wasn't going to let him take our supplies without a fight. Caught him trying to take off with supplies he tucked away. Couldn't let it happen. A cool anger glistens in Hakon's eyes when you look at its bulwark. Warum möchte er gehen? Hätte es mir Bescheid geben können oder sollen. He's free to leave. Was? Er kann gehen und kann doch die Vorräte mitnehmen? Warum das denn? Nee. Warum möchte er gehen? Says you've been bad luck ever since arriving in Burskard. I can't say I blame him for that. The two of you actually love Ramon. I'd bet his main reason for leaving is just to be in charge again. Run jobs and keep his ravens alive. Like most of us, he's looking for something normal to grab onto. Whatever his reason, I hate that some of ours are going with him. We've done what we can for them. Also, ich könnte jetzt großzügig sein und die Rohstoffe aufteilen mit den Ravens. Das sehe ich aber eigentlich gar nicht ein. Sie bestrafen, also ihnen gar nichts geben oder den Ravens genug für ein paar Tage geben. Das ist zumindest anbieten. Naja, komm, dann machen wir das Angebot. Sie sind zumindest mit uns unterwegs gewesen. We've got a lot of mouths to feed. The ravens can make do with a couple of days of food and live off the land afterwards. That sounds about right. You've got a better head than me for these things. Now, let's see what we can find in what's left of this place. Chapter 9, Cast around into the air. Aha. You glare at the clansmen on walls settled among the ruins of Ormstala and feel the rumbling growl in your chest. Poker, everyone will be ready to leave as soon as you start walking north. I won't fall for that stupid fire trick again. Walker ignores your comment. The new members from the other caravan will probably need a beating or two. Think it was stupid of me to challenge Hakon? Not really my place to say. Then when has that stopped you? The Schildman grins. We could have at least waited to hear their plans first, then decided. Ja, was denn immer? Ah, nehmen wir das. That waterfall surprised us all. Of course, it'll be nice to be on our own again. We make it to Bindal, get a job, and things get back to normal. We always survive. And what about all those dredge? If they make it across the chasm, it'll be war. War's always been good for business. Walker smirks, but her face hardens as Yuna approaches. Warwick, could I have a word with you? Haven't you said enough? Well, I won't. I'll finish the packing. The two of you watch Volker stomp off, but not too far. He's protective of you. Get on with it. I know your ravens need work. Without work and coin, that banner of yours is worthless. You step towards her, towering above the tall walker, though she stands resolute. In Berthgard, we made an arrangement for you to protect this large cart until we were away from the dredge threat. They are across a damn chasm. Their job is done. Agreed, but the cart you've been hauling has become too troublesome. It needs to be sunk in the deepest water around. You grunt in disgust. Walkers, or Valka secrets. You would turn down the Mandler Council's coin? What's in the card? If you needed to know, I would have told you. Suffice to say you have a walker's oath for a great deal of coin once you have sunk that card. The Blue River northwest of Bindal is my suggestion. Meine Güte, das mit dem Reden, das üben wir nochmal. And if I just leave it in the woods somewhere? I don't know, as the other walker. Besides, the ravens always finish their jobs. That reputation means everything to you. You growl, but she's right. Fine, the raven's ours. It will be done. Juno nods and walks away. Walker watches her leave and returns to your side. Now what? Now we have a job. Okay. Also laufen wir mit den Ravens. Some of our heroes are injured and need to rest in camp. Ja, ich wollte ja doch da resten. Ich hätte nicht gedacht, dass ich das vor dem machen müsste. Naja. Tracks up ahead. A scout report. Follow them away. A small camp, a few blades, meat, maybe more. Take what they have. If there is, kill them, and take everything, leave them. Ach, jetzt sind wir Söldner. That's when I thought you'd gone soft, Poker says. Her flat tone gives no hint of joy or anger. A dozen ravens take off and return in a couple of hours, bloody but without injury. Hä? Die Moral ist gesunken? Achso, wegen dem neuen Tag. A group of new recruits from Burstgard and the previous caravan are loosely gathered behind Mogun, a skilled thresher with a scar across his face. Felt like a good time to introduce myself, Mogun. Thought you were Rook's man. A good man, Rook. Too good. Tough, though. He couldn't enjoy the lack of gods and rules. The chance for fighting. There's a few rules to being a raven. Most important is following my orders. Of course, yeah. But what about this giant cart that Walker has us lugging around? Something in his tone signals a primal warning inside you. That has nothing to do with you. Well, the way we see it's emotions to the fighters around him. She's no longer around. Let's break it open and look at our riches. We are mercenaries, you idiots. We are paid to run jobs, not steal from who hired us. Is any of this making sense to you? He ignores you. He's only interested in what you have to say. Der Wagen bleibt zu. Look around, Borwak. The world is ending. Both don't mean a damn thing anymore. The man's words are fading behind the growl in your chest. It was your only warning? Take one more offense step forward and you die. A nervous glance bounces between Morgan's pose. A couple of fighters step away, followed by a few more. Pathetic, but not a bad test to see what your new recruits are made of, right? Just keep us busy in all this chaos. You won't have to worry about me again. The X-Man walks away. Either brave or insane. You could use more fighters like him. Hätte ich Morgun gar nicht zugetraut. Sah gar nicht für mich so aus. Was haben wir denn da? Haben. A commotion draws your attention into the nearby woods. You are surprised to see a small group of dredge, some which you've never seen before, engaging one of the new recruits from Burstgard. How these fence legs get here? You ask, though no one has an answer. The tattered fighter is noticeably gone, but the lobs two black axes in quick succession at an approaching scourge. The axes find the mark, shadowing stone armor. Ah komm, wir helfen ihm. Mal gucken, was das für einer ist. You draw your axes and rush in, surprising all the combatants. Wer auch immer das jetzt sein mag. Sie ist leider verletzt. Ach, Krummer ist auch mitgegangen. Oh, mit dem habe ich gar nicht gerechnet. Aber gut. Sowohl das erst denken, dann reden, sowohl das Aussuchen als auch jetzt den Kampf, den machen wir in der nächsten Folge. Deswegen, bis dann.